my pouch?
No, you can't see mine.
Do you have a pouch in?
I don't know why I'm doing
Max,
that. I'm like,
you want one?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm like
sure?
out
I'm
of
positive, yeah.
time.
Nicorette.
It's time to start.
I got hypnotized 7 years ago.
And it worked?
I'm afraid
Carrie
to do
Gaynor.
I did the book, Alan Carr.
Oh, that one was
Oh,
good.
you think that book is just hypnosis?
The book is sort of like a self-brainwashing. It's very repetitive and droning, and by the end of the book, it worked. I don't know.
Well, let's just start the podcast because this is very good information to get out there. Alan Carr.
Our guest today is Alan Carr, the author of the Simpleton's Guide to Stopping Smoking, or something like that.
The easy way.
The easy way to stop smoking, and he also has the easy way to stop drinking. Max Silvestri, everybody, but
Max Silvestri, the author of the Easy Way to Stop Drinking.
But then there's this other thing called the Naked Mind. I don't know. That one's really good too for a spontaneous sobriety.
Oh, it makes you stop drinking?
Yeah, but without like an AA program.
Were you a cigarette smoker, Max?
I was, yeah.
I don't remember that about you.
Yeah.
You're always so...
Not like Alan Carr, who says in his bio to all his books, he's dead, that he smoked 100 cigarettes a day.
Wow.
Until he quit. And then you're like, he started all these amazing centers and got people to quit smoking. And then he died of lung cancer because he...
Can you imagine what the interiors were like in the 70s? I mean, what is
Oh, after 100 cigarette day?
Well, everyone was smoking indoors. Like you would just smoke at a movie studio indoors.
You'd watch TV with an ashtray and just like chain
cool.
smoke.
I miss those days.
They're kind of back. Gen Z is really bringing
cigarettes
in a major way.
I didn't know that. They don't even drink soda.
No, cigarettes.
I worked on this show called I Love LA that has a lot of Gen Z people involved. And for the premiere party, they had like trays of cigarettes and people just smoking indoors. And it's like they're all ripping butts.
Right. You know what it is? Ripping butts?
Yeah.
Is that...
That's me. That's not a Gen Z thing.
That was a riff?
Yeah, no, that's a real thing people used to say.
Wow.
Ripping butts.
It felt just dynamic. To be honest, it felt like the most electric thing I've ever heard in my life. And you know what that reference goes to.
Yes.
Wait.
And how do you feel about it? Once you start to think it smells, it's like kind of putrid.
Like I do like how it looks on people still, but
I think it's sexy.
Unlike a hot young Gen Z actress, right?
They look good doing anything.
Yeah.
True. But it is interesting because early Gen Z, tell me if you're probably closer to the pulse right now than I am. Early Gen Z was they're the people that coined orthorexia.
Right.
They were so hardcore. All
Yes.
they drank was water. They exercised constantly. It was all about right living. Then second half Gen Z into alpha feels like, oh, the writing's on the wall. We're fucked. Let's all take pills, smoke cigarettes. Let's die.
I don't know if it's an age thing or if it's just like what the generation is now experiencing, that I do feel like there is like a nihilism, like drink champagne as the Titanic sinks sort of feeling. It's like I think they're embracing the kind of like end of empire, 100-year cycle, boom bust kind of just like who cares? Like we need to get rich, smoke cigarettes, and we don't have a lot of time.
Why not smoke? I remember I was watching Euro Dreams of Sushi in the theaters. And
places you firmly as a millennial.
That's right. And I was looking at Euro smoking, and he's like an 85-year-old sushi master. And I go, I should start smoking again. This guy lived to 85. And then I go, wait, I'm not that guy. I'm not Euro. So there is this feeling of like, if I can't get old, I feel that now.
Yeah.
If a comet hit tomorrow, I would regret quitting smoking.
Yeah.
Well, a lot, but also quitting smoking.
This
Cheating.
is so
Probably not
sad.
cheating.
Not cheating on
Not
Natasha?
cheating.
Oh, yeah. That would be my main...
Yeah, I was talking about you for sure. Yeah. As the comet's coming down.
Why didn't I cheat?
Yeah.
This is so sad because the young people know it's almost over.
Or it's sad because the young people have given up and could have stopped it. And instead they're ripping butts.
That's very much our generation to be like, well, we made it worse. And you guys really need to need to get it together. That's why they're so mad at us.
Wait, we didn't do anything. Did we?
Apathy. We didn't shame the oil companies.
I think that's the generation before us, isn't it? Aren't we the
We could have done something.
We are kind of a transitional wasteoid generation. Where it's like we sort of took a lot of like no-show white-collar jobs that were like information economy mush that easily could have been replaced. A lot of like expectation of it'll be fine and we'll just coast into something. Didn't do anything with it.
Right. The thing we did wrong was we didn't care. They care now, and they're shaming us.
No, they don't care. They're smoking. They're ripping butts.
Well, now they can't care anymore. There's nothing to care about.
That's because they're so tired and stressed from doing mutual aid.
Right. Are they into sex again? I know they were giving that up.
I think they are.
They like to fuck now.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Who doesn't like to fuck?
That generation.
Yeah, that was sort of the reputation for a bit. Is it was a little like.
Don't they want to have an orgasm?
They're post-orgasm.
I do think there was like they're more aware of sex younger. And not saying that they're having sex younger. I don't know any of these numbers. I'm not trying to test any of these numbers. But I do think we were probably the last generation that didn't experience easy access to pornography in middle school and high school. So like their attitudes about sex and visualization and knowledge of it is like way different than ours.
Did you read the profile on gooning?
Yes.
I sent it to Natasha. You'll be shocked to know she couldn't get through it.
Oh,
but
I loved it.
It was incredible. It felt...
I just didn't want to know about that.
Yeah, it's a thing you shouldn't know about, and it makes your life worse when you know about it. It felt a little fictional. But then maybe it isn't.
It did, like, I thought I knew a bit about gooning, and then to find out about these discords where people kind of team up in like a high five, send each other pornography, edging, like bro session was all new to me.
Yeah, there's like these, for those that don't know, gooning apparently is like chat rooms filled, video chat rooms, right?
I think so, yeah.
Filled with young men who are not gay, but are masturbating in a chat room looking at shared pornography that isn't pornography as you understand it. It's not like a porno clip. It can be, but mostly what it is like, I looked it up, by the way. The
like the crazy wall of like...
Yeah, I was like, I got to see what this is. And it's this like frenetic, almost Blade Runner style of editing of like anime woman with huge tits and big cock to like hardcore industrial techno slam. Another anime covered in jizz on her butt with a lot of cocks.
Yep.
That's what people are watching.
And they're all watching this like 80 mile an hour
Clockwork Orange sort of like montage.
Clockwork Orange is the exact reference, and they're all masturbating to
it's like furious masturbation meetings.
But it connects back to ripping butts because
hell yeah.
Because they are. It feels nihilistic. It feels like not only can I smoke my lungs into atrophy, I can also like pervert my sexuality into like a kind of like seizure. You know?
I'll grind it out like a cigarette butt onto the ground.
How many orgasms do you think they get?
Their thing is, and now this was the thing.
Edging the whole time?
This is the thing I didn't
Or it
understand.
moves into shooting dust, kind of, where it's sort of like
shooting
dust?
Where
there's
ripping butts and shooting dust.
What is shooting dust?
like you're orgasming past the point of having any semen to produce. So it's just
but you're still having a new orgasm?
But this was what blew my mind, is that they believe in a spiritual state, the goon sphere or whatever, where if they edge long enough, they will transcend into a euphoria of like enlightenment. It's enlightenment.
Yeah.
It's actually meditation is what they're doing in a weird way, attempting to get to nirvana.
Yeah.
Jerk nirvana.
Instead of TM, it's GM. There's something there. Yeah. It is. Goon. It's so like Neil Stephenson, William Gibson, like this kind of like vision of the future of just like, rapid screens and like sensory, just disconnecting from the real world.
But you know what? Even those guys couldn't have envisioned how puerile. You know, they always had this vision of a dystopian future that was based in the foundational ethics that we, you know, like, oh, people don't read anymore. It's
my wife is 3D. That's what they imagined.
Yeah, they didn't imagine like 17, 21-year-olds jerking off to hentai at, with
at 90 frames per second that changes every like 40 seconds.
Yeah, with 9 Inch Nails remix of the techno behind it. It's so much worse than they could have envisioned. Natasha, you having some feelings?
Well, my daughter said to me that she's like, God is love plus hope. And I'm like, okay, so if we're out of hope, it just feels very depressing.
Oh, we've killed God.
And
at 90 frames per second.
And it just seems like things are going to get bad.
You a God guy? You don't seem like you are. But maybe you are.
I'm not like Ricky Gervais anti-God. Like, I don't make it my thing.
Ricky Gervais?
What's that?
You Ricky Gervais?
You Ricky Gervais? I was raised Catholic. Had the normal sort of rejection. of that. And
Me too.
but now, you live in LA long enough, you move around, you have these sort of like secular professional communities that are kind of thin. And then you have a child, you start to be like, I wish I could go somewhere every Sunday where people are really nice. And we don't talk about the business.
No, I feel that. I honestly think that that's religion's main sort of use in the world is, and it connects back to Rippin' Butts.
Hell yeah.
Is that the world is really chaotic and filled with a profound degree of meaninglessness, and religion is so useful, and it says there's actually ultimate meaning, and there's a whole way to live according to that ultimate meaning.
Yes.
Like, so if you're feeling afraid and untethered from the chaos of the universe, if you're gooning and then you go to church, you're like, oh my God, my life has such meaning. But all spiritual streams have that.
But it's interesting. This relates to gooning because I do feel like people apply a lot of that orthodoxy to themselves now, where they're sort of like, well, what I can control is I can work out, I can be rich, I can be shut off social media, all these things that are kind of about disciplining and following rules to make yourself better.
Right.
And gooning is sort of a version of like, I can experience sexual godlike euphoria, but so disconnected from anyone else or in a way that helps anyone else. I guess you help your bro when you send him clips of awesome Jack material, but it is mostly selfish. So I am like, at anything that turns the sort of like, I'm looking for rules to fix myself outward would be
all
great.
religion is a shelter from all of it. And just to go to a place where everyone's like, hey, we just want to have good feeling for a little bit and sing songs.
Yeah.
And
That's awesome.
You're making me realize in real time that capitalism in its current iteration has become so overwhelming that people have turned it into a spiritual
and it's shouldn't be that.
They've turned it into a spiritual way of being. Like all those videos online where you see like a priest essentially saying like, oh, you have to do discipline, all these like ethical core rules, but the whole ethics is pushing towards only financial success. Is that,
and even non-financial, I think, is about optimizing yourself for financial success. Like I think this idea of like, it's like fascist and it's sort of right wing, but now it's everything of like Celsius, Zen, intermittent fasting. Look at sunlight when you wake up. Have these rules that make me like a more efficient creature to like sell and make money and own.
And what it doesn't touch on is community, and community is the thing that we need,
Yes.
So if you can find a place, it could even be like your kid's school, or I don't know, like some kind of place to get really involved. I think it makes us feel better.
Yeah.
And ideally it would be a church just because it's kind of set up for that, or a synagogue or whatever,
How did we get to a pro-religion message on the Endless Honeymoon podcast?
Yeah, like pretty early in this episode, I think. Like we kind of haven't even
Well, because I was thinking of the hopelessness of if people, because it gives you hope. And I think that maybe the universe is essentially good. Maybe there is hope, but not if we don't think there is. Not if we're just going to be spitting butts. What is it?
Ripping butts.
Ripping butts.
I mean, I think the hope is that we can make ourselves God. And if we're strong enough and rich enough, we can build our own heaven that is some sort of fortified compound of land we own with our tribe and let no one else in and live without need or, pain forever. But we're going to need a lot of money to do that. And we're going to have to build really tall walls to keep people out.
Well, this is
and then we're God, and that's love.
Well, that is literally, I mean, you're doing a very sophisticated riff.
Oh, thanks.
But it's still a riff, but it's not a joke. The tech titans now, they're almost taking the mask off and saying, no, actually, I want to be a god. I want to live forever. I want to control a planet. I mean, that's Elon Musk is almost literally saying that. I want to live forever and control Mars. It's like, what is that other than God?
Yeah.
Well, we've created new gods, new sects, and I get why they smoke cigarettes now. Why would you want to be around for this?
And if it does increase your brain power and your performance by 20% now, when you need it more to hoard money, they all are like, we'll fix this later. We will live forever and we will like cure all this stuff if we have enough money now.
If I could upload my consciousness to AI, guaranteed I would start smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Again.
Here's a question for you guys. We were sort of talking about a version of this outside, but if knowing what we maybe feel about the sort of people that would be at this compound, if there was some weird missile attack in America, not nuclear devastation, but just sort of like things escalated quickly and you got an invite to New Zealand super compound of tech billionaires,
Yeah.
like the sort of like this week 500
Love
people
the
can
Endless
live
Honeymoon
here.
podcast.
Exactly. We're just big fans. We're reaching out a couple creatives. It's gonna be a lot of guys like us, but
Yeah.
we'd like a few like you, kind
Yeah.
of like zoo animals to entertain us or whatever. But would
Oh
you
my God.
take the invite to this sort of like protected utopia? Having
Versus
parents,
what?
Versus like we're gonna
You're on
stay
your
with
own.
our child and try to survive. And
Wait, is our child not invited?
No, they are.
Oh,
They can
she
go
can
with
go.
you. It's like the three of us have to sort of build a community with some of the worst people on earth, but in great conditions, or
Great.
we have to like fight for water in the streets.
Oh, it's guaranteed that it will be.
No, it's kind of like it just looks. So it's sort of like we either take the invite early,
Yeah.
but it's kind of looking like, we've lost Fresno. Like there's a world where LA is still.
Can I add a layer to this?
Sure, please.
You go to New Zealand and there's a time lock. It's for a decade, and no matter what happens on the surface, you can't leave.
Wow.
So it might be okay.
But it's like 10 great years,
10
from in terms of how you're taken care of.
Fertile years.
Safety.
I'm not fending for water in the streets.
You're going.
Okay.
I'm like Jackie Onassis. I'm like Mary. As soon as John gets shot, I'm marrying my sister's
I'm John.
boyfriend.
I'm John.
No, you get killed. I'm saying.
Why
like,
am I dead?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying I'm jumping ship, going to the person
You're
who
reaching
can
to the front of
protect
the
me.
car for the car phone over the body to set up a date. That's what you're doing when you read.
I'm not even sure I'm dead. I'm
Not
just
even
slumped
sure.
over.
You just thought he fell asleep real fast and you're bored. Yeah.
I will
I'm
answer,
available on
I'll answer your
Tuesday.
question. I'd like to know, first of all, are they expecting us to perform, or what's the schedule?
No,
like?
I think it's totally like we are
Is
just
it like
going to
when we're
live in
going
a
to fish?
unified. It's very like kibbutz collective. We'll figure it out, but
Right.
it is ultimately.
I would take a leap.
I would go. Yes,
Yeah.
I would survive. Now,
You can always get back out of it.
I got a question. I'm going. Are you going? You're going.
I
Obviously.
think now as a parent, I'd go.
Duh.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
Okay,
know what I would do. I would be like, I would maybe go, but try to find an alternative too,
Okay, I
and
gotta-
see where else people were going.
I got a question.
Like
for
you
you
not hard
guys.
committing to Saturday dinner plans until you see if something
I
else
got a
falls
question
through.
for you guys.
Okay.
Okay. You get the invite. Destruction is assured. So it's not a question.
Right.
You're going. You can't bring your spouse. But you can bring your
No.
kid. No, you can bring your kid.
Oh yes.
Interesting.
You can bring your kid, but you have to sacrifice your spouse.
And
Maybe
is
you don't want
is
to
there
answer this
child
question.
care there?
Moshe, this is like very dark.
This whole podcast is dark.
Yeah.
Actually, you don't have to answer this question.
But it
because we-
guarantees the safety of my child
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
myself.
yeah. They're fine.
And there's no way that I can sort of try and be like, take my wife and my child,
They're
No,
like,
but
please,
there are other women there.
No, you can try. Here, try.
to watch the child.
Try. I'm the guy. Hey, Max, we'd love to have
If
you
you're
in.
saying there's two spots, I
Yeah.
actually think you should take my wife and
What's your-
child.
Oh, okay. What's your wife do?
She's a writer too. Yeah.
I'm not familiar with her work. Honestly,
But she's
is she doing
amazing.
the
She's amazing.
I'm sure
she does an
is.
Allison Roman chicken.
I'm sure she is. Is she working with on this new podcast with Gabe and Jenny?
No.
That's the reason we reached out. I'm going to be honest. And so, yeah, no, we don't have room for her.
By the way, let's talk about your podcast. I need you guys.
Oh, what? We're transitioning out of him having to answer? Fine. Don't answer. It's
Jenny
I
Slate.
think I wouldn't take the invite. I think I would
Would die.
stay with my wife and child.
With your child?
Yeah.
Wow. I would take it, I think.
I don't think I could live. I think this is a Catholic thing. I don't think I could live with the shame of having made that decision.
Natasha, you'd go?
I don't know, Moshe.
Honestly,
Let's not have
answer.
this conversation right now.
It's easy. Say yes or no.
Would I want to save my child's life? Yes. At the expense of yours? Yes.
Yeah.
So you could answer. It felt like
Yeah.
you really...
You don't feel like you
Now
would
I guess
save
I'm
your-
not saving my child's life. It's just so tough that I then I get a win from it too, because I then get to be with my child at the expense of I get to sacrifice my wife to save both my life and my child.
But you'll
Yeah.
never, you can always have another wife. You'll never have another child.
That's not true. There'd be a lot of child rearing in this tech utopia.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of men
bunker.
will probably get invited. Yeah, women are going to be a scarce commodity.
All right,
Women are
yes.
going to be so pregnant over
Yeah.
there.
Fine, Natasha. Let's talk about Max's new podcast.
Okay, I need you guys with Jenny Slate, Gabe Liebman. You guys are all together again.
It's really nice.
You're so beloved.
Oh, that's really sweet of
terrific.
you to say. We had a live show in New York and then LA for almost 15 years.
I still love doing that show. Those are the
very
good.
fun.
Those really were the good old days.
Those were good years. Before kind of, to be honest, and we're here and we're advertising one, before podcasts ruined
Yeah.
comedy, let's be real.
totally.
You think podcasts have ruined comedy?
No, but like whatever that moment was and whatever the like freewheeling feeling of alt comedy in New York was, that wasn't weird, but also wasn't like polished.
Yes.
That is just, you would go do a podcast.
The sweet spot was when you would tell people you did comedy and they'd go, really? You? Like it did, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you didn't, there wasn't a turnover to like every young person does comedy now. It would be like, if you had like if you were young, people thought that's not what a comedian looks like. Those years where nobody was quite looking, but the people that were looking were like fun and cool.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
It was a nice time. Did you ever live in New York?
Mm-hmm.
You did.
But I didn't
Not
do
for comedy.
No, I didn't do comedy there.
That's
but
right.
when I would come back, I would go to your shows in
Yeah.
Brooklyn, and they were always the best shows.
Oh, that's very nice.
You don't do them anymore?
You know, like part of the reason we started the podcast is we don't live on the same coast anymore. Jenny's an East Coaster and Gabe and I are out here, and just trying to like, and it kind of like lining up with like Jenny and I both have kids, you know, like it becomes harder, I think, to keep decades long friendships going. And so we sort of had this very active group chat that was like us trying to feel like we always hung out. And then we're like, what if we turned it into a podcast?
That's
to
your
monetize
religion,
it.
baby.
It is.
Podcasting is like a religion.
No, but I mean, just like your friendships, and that's part of that's your community, and you're nurturing it and sharing it. And
It's really beautiful. And I will say that even putting, okay, this is now going to go back to the darker stuff. No, in the ways we're talking about, like money and efficiency and capitalism have like ruined all these things and made us these sort of like, I actually think that the market demands of us needing to put, let's say, a 90-minute guardrail on our friendship weekly. Not even like we can't do more, but I'm like, we now actually have a responsibility
to the community.
To the community and to whatever, a deal we've made to do a podcast where we get together and only do the best version of ourselves, which is like not, hey, I just need to like kind of just talk about myself and don't want to, you know, like real friendships, you're not always great, but like I feel like the market having forced us to just catch up for 80 minutes in a funny, charming way every week is like the best thing that ever could have happened.
What the internet
I'm so
took
happy for you
away,
guys.
Thank you.
It's
what
fun.
the internet took away from our interpersonal relationships, ad revenue has brought back.
It truly has.
That's like super beautiful.
And as a fan of Hellman's mayonnaise myself, it's such a privilege to be able to do ad reads for a product I believe in.
The only thing more comforting than old friends is Helix mattresses. That's what I always say.
That was interesting about capitalism.
Well, you made me realize it in real time. Like that is religion now. It's you were even more correct than me. Self-optimization has become the new spiritual structure of the universe, making myself the best.
I think about it a lot because I like there's a lot of traps of it I fall into.
Yeah,
even though I'm
same.
someone who like wants community and wants like not to be a fascist about.
But community is also selfish. You know, like my friend Liz, like her family, they would go to this Unitarian church, and her mom would always whisper before they went in, we're secular humanists, you know?
Yeah.
And then she said when the mom died, the dad had casseroles for 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like the community came in and like supported him through his darkest time. And that's what you want from community. And that's the thing that's missing from just, I am my own God because I am healthy and have take prebiotics.
Right, exactly. And I'm like, my gut health is perfect.
Yeah, Huberman ain't bringing you a casserole.
No. I will say that like we've been in LA, my wife and I, for I think 9 years now, maybe 10. Long time, but it's still one of those things where our 20s were in New York, so LA still feels like we're last here. We don't know as many, you know, like you're still figuring the city out. We lost our house in January, and I will say the way that like
in the fires,
in the Altadena fires, but the way that like our like this kind of very long running and robust professional creative community that like we knew was here and has like been with us for whatever, like showed up in a casserole dish way was like made me see and a way I think those communities showed up in LA way more intensely and deeply than I think a lot of people who think of LA as like selfish, careerist, not community minded, whatever. I feel like people really like it kind of like suddenly made me wake up and realize like, oh, there's actually like deeper ties than we all realize in this like very like selfish.
I felt that when I had my baby. All the comedian mothers I knew like came over because I was like really scared. And it just felt like such a supportive time in my life. And, but I mean, that was more of not a tragedy.
No, but it's like what I'm saying is it's like it's beautiful to like realize there's more there than you thought.
Yeah.
You know, and that like there's wells to draw on.
Well, that's like the biggest hack. And I'm speaking to the biggest hacks in the industry now, but the biggest hack of our industry, as opposed to other worlds, is that it's this gray area that sometimes feels negative and toxic of, am I friends with you, or are we in competition, or could you hire me? I never know.
Yeah.
And then, so that it can feel negative, but then it's also this huge positive, which is like, whoa, my coworkers are also the people that I love the most in the world, the people that can bring me a casserole. Like, I sort of feel like we're very lucky in that way, because a lot of people hate every coworker they've ever been around, and it's just a torture.
And ours are, to be honest, some of the like fastest, smartest people in the world. You know,
most
like
damaged.
Most for sure, most damaged. That's why they're fast and funny. But it's like, also like all these coworkers I love are like so much more interesting than anyone else that you're going to meet.
That is a huge advantage.
Well, let's not brag about how cool our lives are, you guys.
No.
And let's help these people.
Let's talk to somebody whose life is much less meaningful than ours. Hey, Tosh.
Yes, Moshe.
I would like a place where I can buy towels, slippers, and a cover for my RV. Do you have a suggestion?
Why not go to Wayfair?
Wayfair is like going where they sell everything, and the prices are so reasonable. You know Wayfair already because it's the place that you can buy your life. Wayfair helps you if you're out of time. It helps you if you're looking for a gift. It helps you if you're looking for that specific something that you can only find there at that price.
Also, you know, the holidays are here and all the relatives are coming over to your house. You might need extra bedding. You might need extra towels. Maybe if you give them enough towels, they'll stop bothering you so much and not ask you where you keep your laundry soap and why you fold your towels like that. So, you know, you can just kind of replenish anything you need. Anything that's missing from the kitchen, you can sort of just reset, restock. I love it.
There's something for every style and every home, and Wayfair makes it easy to tackle your home goals and your gift list all in one place. They've got fast, easy delivery, even on their big stuff, so you can get whatever you need.
Get last-minute hosting essentials, gifts for all your loved ones, and decor to celebrate the holidays for way less. Head to wayfair.com right now to shop all things home. That's WAYFAIR.com. Wayfair. Every style, every home.
Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
Do you know who Cheech is?
I do.
What about Chong?
Yes.
What about Cypress Hill?
I am actually insane in the membrane.
I've always said that about you.
Is that Cypress Hill?
It is. Good job. What do all those people have in common? Snoop Doggy Dogg, the late Bob Marley. They like to get stoned. And if you like to get stoned too, or just have a nice time, you should check out Soul. They've got some yummy, yummy gummies for that tummy, and they've got some refreshing soda pops.
Well, you haven't had the soda pops because
I haven't had any of it, and I wish I could.
You're sober, and you're so jealous every time I'm drinking my cucumber lime with a little bit of THC. Soul is a wellness brand that believes feeling good should be fun and easy. Soul specializes in delicious hemp-derived THC and CBD products designed to boost your mood and help you unwind.
Their best-selling out-of-office gummies were designed to provide a mild, relaxing buzz, boost that mood, enhance your creativity, and your relaxation. And with 5 different strengths, you can tailor the dose to fit your vibe. Maybe you're a bit of a rookie. Try that 1.5 milligram microdose.
Or maybe you're Willie Nelson.
Yeah, well, if you are, you're going to want to try their newest 15 milligram gummy for a more elevated experience so they can roll you up and smoke you when you die.
Bring on the holiday cheer and treat yourself or someone you love to Soul this season. Right now, Soul is offering our audience 30% off your entire order. This is cheaper than anywhere. Go to getsoul.com. Use the code honeymoon. Who wouldn't want a 6-pack of some nice hemp-derived THC limeade?
I'll tell you who. A cop. So if you're not a cop, go to getsoul.com, promo code honeymoon for 30% off. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
You know what? You've been looking, you've been searching for the ultimate gift for me this year, haven't you?
I have, honey. I always do.
Well, you know what I love more than anything else?
What?
Pictures of you and pictures of our child. Do you have any way for me to look at them in a way that is elegant, heartfelt, and very well designed?
How about Aura frames?
I would love an Aura frame, and you would too. It's the perfect holiday gift.
What if you could give a gift that brings your favorite holiday traditions and memories to life every day? With an Aura frame, you can.
It's basically this really cool looking frame that you upload your pictures and videos to, and it shuffles through them in such a nice way. And by the way, you can preload them so that they arrive on the holidays to be opened, ready, and full of memories.
You can also personalize it, and there is a gift box included.
So for a limited time, you can visit auraframes.com and get $45 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte frames, named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code honeymoon at checkout.
That's AURA frames.com, promo code honeymoon. This exclusive Black Friday Cyber Monday deal is their best of the year, so order now before it ends. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout.
Terms and conditions apply.
Let's talk to Andrew in the Apple.
The Apple. That's what they call it.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hey,
Can you hear me?
Andrew. It's Natasha, Moshe, and Max Silvestri.
And just to catch you up,
Hi,
we were
everyone.
just talking about how people in the entertainment industry are more thoughtful and more intelligent than other people. So just to sort of bring you up to
Not
speed.
wrong. Not wrong.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. How are you?
Good. Great.
What's
Lovely.
up? How can we help you?
Thank you. So I wrote down some notes here. My basic question is, should I get in touch with my estranged father, basically out of a feeling of FOMO, even though it might be painful for people I care about? So some backstory. My parents divorced when I was 4. I was raised by my mom and my older sister as a pretty tight trio. My dad had alcohol and pill problems, anger problems, emotionally manipulative guy. So I stopped seeing him entirely in high school. I saw him once in college, and otherwise he's been out of the picture. We've exchanged emails a couple of times around the pandemic, and some holidays. But over the years, I've thought a lot about getting in touch with him. Basically, there's a fear that what if the next time I hear from him, he's in the hospital, or older, he's in his 70s, I'm in my 30s. But when I bring it up, it's a negative reaction universally. My mom cried one time. My sister just wants to know that, wants me to let her know if I reach out to him. But it might be something I'd want to do on my own, like without her influence. So where we're at now, my wife is pregnant. So the prospect of fatherhood is very on my mind. And making me think about this a lot. But I'm not sure what I'd get out of it. Not really looking for closure. It might upset my mom if I do it at all. It might upset my sister if I do it without her. And the sort of status quo is it's easy. He's out of my life. It's not something I have to do, but it's something I've thought about a lot. So is it worth breaking a nice, happy status quo to do something out of a, fear of regretting not doing it? Is it cowardly not to do it just because I'm afraid of how my mom and sister would react? And that's sort of where I'm at right now.
Really well considered.
It's making me reconsider the premise that people in the entertainment industry are more thoughtful. 'Cause that was really thoughtful. It's sort of throwing me for a loop.
I don't know
here.
that I use the word thoughtful. I don't know that. You keep saying thoughtful. I never said thoughtful.
So it seems like this is about protection. You want to protect yourself. You want to protect your future kid. Is that what this is?
And I guess I want to protect my mom and sister too from something.
I can say while everybody else considers, I had an immediate reaction to this idea that you would not reach out to your own father. I'm not a person that sees be in touch with one's father on some like duty or biblical honor thy mother and father shit. I get that there are reasons to go no contact with people that are legitimate and could even be lifelong, but the idea that you would not do something as meaningful as have a relationship with your father, even if it's a disappointing one, because you don't want to upset your sister or your mother, I immediately reject that idea. Like I have such a hard time with the idea of people living their lives in monumental ways for other people. I don't think it dishonors your mother to be in contact with your father, even if your father's a bastard. And it sounds like at some points he was. I think you get to live for yourself.
And
right?
he also gets to redeem himself.
Or not,
Yeah.
even.
My dad kind of redeemed himself
Oh.
to me a little bit.
How?
Well, he was like kind of abusive to my mom physically, and he never was abusive to me, but I think he felt bad about it And then he was physically abusive to his next wife and then also the wife after that. But I think he did feel bad about it. And he eventually wasn't physically abusive to his last wife. And I think that
Beautiful.
Wow.
Honey, that wasn't what I was.
Yeah.
well, I'm just saying, but he was very involved in my daughter's life. He was like our most involved grandparent. And I felt like he was able to redeem himself with her. He was very committed. He would fly across the country. He was unwell. He made it a priority to see her all the time, more than any of our grandparents. So
I saw him as being the grandfather. He was the grandfather that he was incapable of being the father of. I don't know how to articulate that. And that probably not just did he redeem himself in your eyes. I don't know if he fully redeemed himself in your eyes. Tell me if I'm wrong. But at least in his own eyes, he was there and a good grandparent.
That's a nice grace to give, and it seems like he showed up. I think I agree with you, but my feel is like, one, you don't know everybody all truths. Like if there's a way to explore what's important to you that doesn't like have to hurt your mother or your sister. I'm a real I wasn't like this in my 30s, but I have gotten like this in my 40s. You have one dad. I think like this idea of you possibly having questions you'd wish you'd asked or things you wish you'd explored, even if they end up being painful, is not worth some sort of absolutism. I see friends of mine who have, it totally earned bad relationships with their parents and cut them out of their lives like for less important reasons, and like tell me when they're 46 years old with like kids all the reasons why I just can't have my mom around. I'm like, you have one mother. She's a lunatic, and guess what? She's just like your wife. And you're not seeing any of it. You married her replacement. This is also obvious to me. But just like, you only have one. Just figure it out or whatever, like.
Yeah. That's...
It's almost like with husband and wives too. Like the therapist said, like there's going to be this 67% argument about something. So you just trade the argument.
Wait. Speak on that. That's really...
Well, the couples have a certain percentage they're going to fight about something.
Right.
So it's like, okay, well, if it's not this guy fighting about this, it could be fighting about something worse.
Totally. Right.
So it's like, if you're gonna...
The volume kind of stays the same.
Yeah, like if you get enough good times, it's like you deal with this thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking like... There's an orthodoxy that I find myself falling victim to of like, sort of binary rules. Like, I stopped going to AA a long time ago. And I had a long journey on why I did that. And then my friend invited me to a meeting. So like in LA, they give you a cake on your sobriety anniversary. And I couldn't make it, but my reaction was, I don't go to meetings anymore.
Right.
And then my reaction to that was, wait, that's weird too. Now I've created some other prison where I'm like, I won't go support this person because of some declaration that I've made. And I thought, okay, the next time a person asks me if I'll do that, I should and would and should go, because rules that I've made about what a righteous life looks like, and it sounds like that's sort of on some level what you're operating with is like, oh, the good life looks like no contact with dad. Like, and if I go to contact, then I violated that rule and now I'm in this bad space. It's like, you might contact your dad and be profoundly, in fact, I'd say this is likely, profoundly disappointed with what you find in that relationship and go, oh my God, this is why I went no contact with him. And I'm going to go no contact with him again. And that might be the lesson that you were supposed to be learning by contacting him. But these rules of like, oh, I'm a no contact person. If you're curious, and it sounds like you are, what is the downside? It'll disappoint someone that you love, but you're not living for them. And maybe it'll be it's disappointing and unsatisfying, but that'll be a lesson too. I think I vote do it. If your heart is saying do it, and do it with your eyes open, knowing that it might be the same terrible father that he always was, or you could get surprised.
Can I ask Andrew, are you a writer?
No, not really. I wrote for
just saying, you really phrase this whole problem in like an exact step, whatever, of like the hero's journey or a screen. Like you're debating right now whether to stay in your comfortable status quo or go explore a new world and conquer the father or whatever and come back a changed man. I think in all those versions of the story, you come back changed. It doesn't have to be coming back with an amazing relationship with the father, but I think like confronting it as something that's intriguing you to change what is a status quo is usually worth exploring, I feel.
Yeah, they used to say in AA, if you ain't growing, you're going. And I always, meaning you're leaving. And that was a little doom and gloom, but that spirit of like, I want to constantly be progressing in my life in one form or another is one that I've kept with me and have been feeling disappointed with lately. Is like, I need some new thing to challenge myself, to better myself, to be a different, better person tomorrow than I was yesterday. And this seems like, well, the answer is right in front of you.
That also sounds like the argument that like narcissists in this business use to open up the relationships, where they're just like, no. It's actually super against evolution to not, hang out with your friend.
Feels like we know what you need to do, Natasha.
Yeah, so really,
any thoughts?
Solved it.
I guess
Solved it.
Thanks, guys. I mean, I guess my only remaining question then is, should I tell my mom and sister that I'm doing it? Is that something I should just do for myself? Like, my fear is that if I involve them, they'll color the way that I see every interaction with him. And any chance of having a neutral interaction with him is out the window. But I know that if I keep it secret and then it comes out that I've been talking to him for a few months, it's something that'll go over badly.
How about you leave it in their court, and if they say something, you say, listen, I'm on my own journey with that. If you would just respect me thinking about what I'm doing next. I just don't really want to talk about that with you right now. Please respect that. I would just
like that.
Yeah.
There's also this third option. It's not, you're saying either I tell them before I contact him and then they could color it, or I keep it a secret. There's also, you contact him and then tell them, hey, just so you know, I've been in touch with Dad for the last 6 months. He sucks still.
He sucks in some new ways. If you're curious what the new ways are, I'll let you know.
Not in a good way.
But you know what? We only have one father, and I think that's important.
Sure.
All right. Well, especially for boys, unfortunately. It's different. I think girls, we can handle it a little better.
You think so?
Because we can find it in our husbands more.
Oh, why can't we find it in our wives? Oh, because our moms aren't alienated from us in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's never been any bad blood between.
Okay. Well, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, it sounds
Thank
like you've
you
got
guys.
a big courageous choice to make in front of you. And I think what Max said is right. If you take the step forward, you will emerge changed no matter what, whether it's for the, I don't know want to say good or bad.
He's on a hero's journey.
Yeah, you're on a hero's journey. That's cool.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Good luck.
Thank you.
I really think we helped him.
I do too.
You really had thought through that question.
Well,
I mean, it's a big thing to wrestle with.
I have this theory about people that call in, which is that they always already know what they're going to do. That guy was obviously already going to contact his dad, I think. I mean, he just wanted to hear randos make fun of him and then do it, I think.
People really do have that feeling. We take lighter advice questions on our podcast, generally more about like etiquette, friendship stuff.
I like that.
And I feel like people, especially our age, are like kind of who they are and know what they're going to do. I think people are like less looking. I wish I still was like that malleable.
What's your dinner etiquette for paying with friends?
Oh, good question.
I have always been like, if you're going out to dinner with more than 4 people, split it equally, Venmo or the cards. I don't care about that, but it's just like, we're not going to nickel and dime here.
And 4 people that's a big bill. That's like a $700 bill.
Yeah. And it's just like split
so it's
equally.
hard for one person to pick that up.
Of course, I'm definitely not a person where it's like I don't have enough standing dinner reservations in my life where it's like, I'll pick up this $600 check because I know one of you will later. It's absolutely not a sort of community of people I roll in. I've gotten more sensitive to at times when I drink and other people don't, that this is...
that the alcohol bill is ratcheting things up.
Yeah. And
you're sensitive that you feel bad.
Yeah. Or I'm like...
You can just pay the tip.
Yeah. Or it's like, you know what, we'll get it and just, Venmo me this or whatever. Because I'm like, I'm not going to make my wife and a big group of friends do like a Christmas dinner out, usually at Tam O'Shanter's, though now it's like a
Love that place.
Hep C. I don't know if you saw that. There was a
No.
There's a
or Hep B or
Don't
Hep
tell
C
me
outbreak.
that.
It's like
I'm
an
not gonna
LA
listen.
sanitation thing. If you ate there for a whole week, someone in the kitchen.
No.
That is hilarious.
That's where Moshe got into a famous fight
A famous fight.
with
Physically?
Very
a
close.
patron at that
Very
place because he told our daughter to be quiet, and Moshe yelled
No,
at
he
him
started
over two
loudly
white tablecloths.
He started loudly complaining to the waiter about our daughter so that we could hear it, like on purpose. Like, could somebody do something about the child running around? That's not a playground. And then he made the fatal mistake of saying, "This isn't Disneyland." In Tam O'Shanter. And I go, really? This was Walt Disney's favorite restaurant. That's his table. And then that got a nice
fantastic.
laugh.
He walked into a trap.
No, but
Yeah.
people were like laughing, like it was like an audience.
Yeah.
It was really cool for me. Natasha,
very
you'll be
embarrassed.
shocked to know, wasn't into it.
And his mom was
Life's
like,
a show,
yeah.
Natasha.
His mom was like egging him on.
Yeah, she's like, that's my boy.
Did you win?
I won.
It was
yes, you want to
embarrassing.
know how I won?
Yeah.
I told him, I'll pay your... He's like complaining about how expensive it is. He goes, it's a fine dining restaurant. I did say
It was a gay man with his husband.
I said
they
you need
didn't
to get
want
out
a kid
more,
around.
homie. But
Yeah.
I then started screaming, I'll pay your bill. I'll pay your bill if you'll shut the fuck up and leave. And he's like, fine, you can. I go, I will. Bring me the bill. And then they paid their own bill and left. So that felt like a victory.
Yeah. Wow.
So now they have Hep C there.
I hope
They
that
do.
guy probably
They do.
brought it in. All right.
Oh wait, but hold on. So okay.
But I brought it up because one friend in this group of 12 usually that does a dinner, somebody's husband is doesn't really drink and is vegan. So like we'll get like there's not a lot of options on that menu.
Yeah.
Like there's like one salad, maybe a side. He gets like
Rough.
mashed potatoes.
But he gets to hang out with you
Don't you
guys.
think there's
But
an-
should he be paying $140?
Don't you
or,
think there's an annoying guy tax? Like you chose this life.
He's not annoying. Love him.
Come on.
But that is how I used to, where I'm just kind of like, look, you're subsidizing how cool I am when I get a third martini.
As you're like suckling foie gras lollipop.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, do we have some secrets?
Yeah, well, let's play a few secrets. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe.
You know the holidays approach, which means what?
More fighting?
Well, yeah, basically, it means you need therapy more than ever. And we would like to recommend to you, if you've been thinking about therapy, couples therapy, individual therapy, we take advantage of it. And the easiest way to do that is Rula. They have taken out all of the headache from curing your head.
Finding a therapist is hard enough, but finding one who actually takes your insurance, that's where most online therapy platforms fall short. Many don't work with insurance at all, which means you're stuck paying the full cost out of pocket or paying for an expensive monthly subscription.
That's right. Like if you go to an online therapy platform that's cheaper than full price in-person therapy, it's still so much more than you'd be paying if your insurance actually covered it. And that's why Rula's here and doing things differently. They partner with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay, are you ready for this? Just $15 per set. $15.
$15 for real therapy from licensed professionals at a price that actually makes sense. If you have $15, it's crazy not to have a therapist. It can help you so much from some of the hardest things I've ever had to go through. Therapy has always been there to give me that little push that I needed.
Was being with me one of the hardest things you've ever had to go through?
Honey, it's one of the hardest things I've had to endure.
Rula isn't just affordable, the experience is tailored around you. Other online therapy platforms might match you with the first available provider, whether or not they're the right fit. Not Rula. They consider your goals, preferences, and your background to provide you with a curated list of licensed in-network therapists who are actually aligned with what you need.
So go to Rula.com/honeymoon to get started today. That's RULA.com/honeymoon for quality therapy that's covered by insurance.
Hey Tosh,
Yeah, Moshe.
I'm in a very dark place right now.
What's up?
Well, I need I don't think you can help me, but I need a quality cashmere sweater that's under $60. I mean, closer to 50. That's what I'm really looking for.
Listen, why don't you try going to Quince?
Okay, Quince.
Quince
What's there?
has something for everyone. They have a soft Mongolian cashmere sweater there for $50.
That's what I was looking for.
And it looks like a designer piece. They also have silk tops. They have skirts if you want to like take off the sweats and make it look like you're not just depressed on your couch, you know, like those holiday parties. You're like, hey guys, look, I'm still hot. They've got perfectly cut denim for everyday wear, and they have outerwear that is so cute and actually warm.
All right, fine. I'm feeling a little better, but there's one more challenge that I've got.
What is it?
I need a really beautifully tailored, soft to the touch, and crafted to last for seasons Italian wool coat. Is there anywhere I can go?
They also have that on Quince.
That's also on Quince. This is everything that I need.
Find gifts so good you'll want to keep them with Quince. Go to quince.com/honeymoon for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/honeymoon to get free shipping and 365-day returns.
Quince.com/honeymoon. Hey, Tosh.
Yeah, Moshe?
Well, we're all done buying our holiday gifts for all the complete idiots in our lives, but there's a few actually smart people I'm still not sure what to get.
Why don't you get them a subscription to Masterclass?
Masterclass is great. Non-idiots love Masterclass.
I'm a non-idiot and I love Masterclass. I've finished probably 10 Masterclasses.
Masterclass has classes from the most non-idiotic people in society today. The masters, if you will.
Anything you think of, any niche, they have an amazing
Curated conversation with one of the greatest in that field.
I mean, it's it's like so fascinating.
You've done Sedaris. You've done Polar. You even did the Trump one.
I listen to Judd Apatow on comedy. I listen to Kelly Wersler on decorating. I listen to David Mamet on writing.
What about
I
strengthening
listen to
your
Martha Stewart.
What about strengthening your personal and professional relationships with help from renowned psychotherapist Esther Perel?
Oh my God, I'm going to listen to that tonight.
No, don't listen to that one because that one's in direct competition with the Endless Honeymoon podcast.
Also, Halle Berry has all on perimenopause.
That's right. And you can negotiate your next raise with super agent Rich Paul or FBI negotiator Chris Voss. I mean, there's so much on there. It's an embarrassment of riches. Get it for yourself or get it for a friend this holiday season.
And you can listen on, you can like watch it on your phone. You can put it on your computer. It's awesome.
With Masterclass, you can learn from the best to become your best. And plans start at just $10 a month. Billed annually, you can get unlimited access to over 200 classes taught by the best in the world.
Also, if you're headed on a trip, you can download classes to watch offline and make the most of your travel time. I always feel like I'm wasting my time in the air, but why not become a master? Masterclass always has great offers during the holidays, sometimes up to as much as 50% off. Head over to masterclass.com/honeymoon for the current offer.
That's up to 50% off at masterclass.com/honeymoon.
Masterclass.com/honeymoon.
Hi, Lizzie here. This is my second time calling. First time was a secret Lieber. This time I need some advice. I have an interesting situation. Feel free to call me back if you want. But basically, I'm in a happy, committed relationship. We've been together for a couple years. We both have kids. We're very much family people. We're super happy. We are a little bit non-monogamous, but not in the typical way. We enjoy threesomes and with both sexes. So we had a situation recently where my boyfriend expressed interest in me giving blowjobs to other men, particularly well-endowed men, on video. And he enjoys seeing these videos afterwards. And I made one such video with a well-endowed man who happened to be uncircumcised. Now, that doesn't bother me at all. I enjoy all types of penises, but my boyfriend is not into it. So I made this video, I sent it to him, doesn't like it. The guy that I made the video with, I know from a previous encounter, enjoyed it and is asking when we can get together again and maybe have a threesome together. So when we did it, I had told him it all depends on how my boyfriend feels about the video. Do I tell him the truth, which would be he doesn't like uncircumcised penises? Or is that too personal and too much of a low blow? No pun intended. So tell me what you think, because usually I'm with you, Moshe, of being direct and honest, but is there really a way to say that that's not going to hurt his feelings? So tell me what you think.
This is so obvious.
I don't know what the rules are in this world.
No, this is very obvious what to do. Have the guy convert to Islam or Judaism.
Yeah.
And then he'll have to get an adult circumcision.
Yeah.
But don't even bring it up, but just make sure if you want another threesome, you got to do one of the 2 Abrahamic faiths that requires circumcision.
But
then we can do our threesome.
She sucked this guy's dick.
Yeah.
She's into him. He's texting her. And now she's like, if she doesn't bring him into a threesome, is she going to fuck him? I don't know how this world works.
It was a little confusing that she was like, our non-monogamy is threesomes, but I interacted with him in a previous encounter, but my husband doesn't like what? Maybe the guy was hard during the previous threesome, so that the husband didn't notice.
And
and she really seems to feel for this well-endowed man who seems like worst case scenario, he has a huge dick and got blown. How do I let him? How do I let him off the hook?
This poor victim. All he gets is one blowjob on video,
and wait, and she does these videos without her boyfriend?
I guess so.
Wow.
We're also leaving. We're totally.
Wow, she's like fucking guys. She's like testing out guys to bring into the relationship.
We're also absolving this
job.
husband. We're forgetting about the sheer obnoxiousness of the husband going, I want videos of you sucking huge dicks on camera. Give them to me anytime. That's what I desire. And then she's like, here you go. He's like, that dick is not to my aesthetic standards.
Yeah.
What? That is so funny.
It's like my child demanding like orange yogurt. And then they're like, no, actually, I meant the peach color. You're just like, you're getting a yogurt and you don't even know the difference. You're so mad I'm giving you what you wanted.
The yogurt's there.
It's a yogurt. I do think actually that there is like a growing and showing a surge in like popularity, literally, and normalcy and uncircumcision. Like, you know, like true. New generations, like it's...
You're talking about the growing surge of anti-Semitism in this country?
No. Wait, did you circumcise your kid?
Well, we really...
Crazy question, Natasha.
We were really torn up about it.
No pun intended.
Exactly.
Natasha, what's up, girl?
I'm circumcised.
Congrats.
Not Jewish, but Leah is Jewish. She's not circumcised. She has it all. And we were not going to. And then, like, you know, doctor put in our head right before of like, oh, there's a slightly higher risk of infection the first 2 years, whatever. And weirdly, people also got in our head, though it didn't work, though it never made sense, but we like took it in that you kind of, the son's penis should look like the father's penis. Sure. As like this idea of like
that's in the Bible.
I mean, like
straight out the Bible right there.
He won't be confused, or he won't feel different, or won't like I don't know what but we regret. It's my wife's like largest regret.
She regrets doing it.
Yeah.
Well, here's some
interesting.
Yeah.
Is she an intactivist?
What's that?
That's someone who is.
You don't know about this?
No.
It's a movement.
The political movement, the anti-circumcision, post-circumcision, anti-circumcision.
They're very upset.
They're upset.
And what did you call it?
Intactivist.
I thought, this is what my brain did in the 1 second. I thought you said ant-activist, and I thought it was anteater related, where it was some sort of wanting an anteater looking.
That's funny because I heard when you said ant-activist, it was an activist for for gut health. We all had a different experience. Okay, here's some nice food for thought, and I have a feeling you're going to call us and tell us to remove this from the podcast anyway. But here's some food for thought for your wife. Mm-hmm. The part of the intactivist argument, that the sensitivity goes down,
yes,
and that the male orgasm is not as pleasurable to circumcised men. I've had a bit about this for a long time. The punchline of which is, oh, that makes sense because every time I'm about to come, I'm thinking, ugh, this is all right, I guess. Right? But anyway, whatever.
Very funny.
I looked back into it because I started thinking about doing that bit again for some other thing of stand-up, and I realized that that's not proven.
Oh.
That it is a piece of perhaps intactivist propaganda.
Wow.
I don't know that there's no proof that sexual pleasure is better or worse for one entity than the other. So that is a positive.
So you researched that?
I
How do you know
always
that?
took that as a given because it was a part of the premise of the joke, right? That I always took that as a truth.
Yeah, that just like it is. There's more sensitivity because there's
Yeah.
more nerve endings or something.
And
that
then when
are
I went back
intact.
to research the joke a little more, I realized that it's unproven. I don't know. It could be better, but it does seem hard to imagine it would be better. I then started working. I thought it was funny. Like it just shows you how pathetic men are. That there's a political activism organization based on the theoretical possibility of a slightly better orgasm.
a little bit more.
Yeah, just
not
a
even
little
for
better than
yourself.
The best feeling.
I wonder
For your
which one,
sons, I guess. Yeah,
That's right. for
which
the
one
future.
feels better for women.
That's a good question. I don't know. Have you been with a man with an uncircumcised?
I have twice.
And with you, why are you asking us?
Because I'm connecting it to the person, and sometimes they were just too big.
Well,
we know this guy is from the call. Yeah.
I'm saying uncircumcised, I think it's bigger.
well, a little bit, certainly.
Yeah.
Maybe that's good, you guys. I don't know.
So you don't have an answer to what was more pleasurable?
Well,
Doesn't it just look bigger? It is bigger soft, but it like when hard, it's the same.
I don't think that's true.
There's not more at the end when it's hard. That'd be weird,
That's
right?
true. It goes back, but
Yeah.
it looks big. Oh, I guess it looks bigger soft than it would if it.
I think
Yeah,
penises
could
are
be.
very individual.
I couldn't agree more, honey.
And I think that they all need their own little, love. And
That's so nice.
I think sex should only happen at night, and I turn the breaker off on my house's power because I don't want even the chance of seeing any of that stuff. I think it's gross.
We're literally the opposite, Max. I need not only full electricity, but an extremely high upload rate because the way that I do sex is I get together with a group of my bros in a chat room and jerk off furiously to techno.
It's really all about latency. Ultimately, you want a low ping speed if you're going to be doing a group jerk off goon. I'm just want to say shout out to that guy getting blown and perhaps not having to get drawn into a relationship that is a little more fraught because there is a core partnership that their values I'm sure take priority sexually. I'm imagining that's sort of like the fairness that's worked out in that. So I'm like, brother, what a week.
And you don't
Brother?
hold on. You
You
also
don't think that's a racial microaggression?
I use it like Macho Man Randy Savage. I call my son brother. I use it kind of like, brother, we need to chill out. Anytime I'm trying to lower the temperature, I say brother.
and to the woman, you don't owe anything to the guy whose dick you sucked on camera.
That is one of the truest axioms of all time. It couldn't be truer. I do think, knowing what I know about men, that there's a non-zero possibility that this isn't about the circumcision at all. That this guy said, I have this big fantasy of you sucking gigantic cocks. And then when the rubber met the road and he had to look at it and feel the inferiority that he clearly is both getting off on and also repulsed by, he made up an excuse of why that penis was the wrong penis. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
All right, let's do one more secret and then we'll let Max go off into the rain.
Hi, I have a secret. My secret is that I have a friend who I really want to kiss, but I really don't want to ruin our friendship. And the way that we met is that we matched on Hinge a while ago, and we went on 2 dates together, and we did kiss then. But then after those 2 dates, I realized that she's just like not the person for me. She's going through a lot in life, and also she's going to move out of the country next year, and I just really want to be in like a long committed relationship, and so it's just like not going to work out as a relationship. But we've been really becoming really good friends, and like when I look at her, I think to myself, like, I want to be her best friend. Like, I want her to be one of my best friends. But also at the same time, I really want to make out with her. And I think about it a lot, but we don't. We never cross that line. Even one time, like, she slept over in my bed and we, like, spooned the whole night, but we did not kiss. And I think that's just, like, the invisible line that we've drawn.
Everyone's got a hard on right now.
I think about it a lot, and that's my secret. And I don't know if we'll ever make out again, but...
Oh, they did make out once.
Yeah, we'll see. Bye.
This is classic friend stuff.
Yeah.
Like when I'm hearing this, I'm hearing my own friendship.
I'm just looking at my friendships.
I mean, this is what we're like. You know,
Yeah.
it's like we're constantly like
We met on a non-romantic friend matching app.
Right.
Yeah.
We've been on a few dates. We hooked up.
Yeah.
You sleep over all the time and we spoon.
Yeah.
You know, like friends do.
Yeah, it's cold in your house. Yeah.
This secret is I have a person who I'm pretending is my friend. Both of us want to hook up. I don't know what to do.
It's like absolutely our time together is like pulsating like a heartbeat. Like physically you can see just warm throbbing coming out.
I want to be their best friend
Yeah.
and I want to make out with
gaze
them.
into her eyes
Yeah.
and think I want her to own me and kiss me. You know, like friend stuff. You know, friend stuff.
So what does one do in this
Hook up
situation?
with her. Who
Yeah.
fucking cares? At worst
Make
case,
the move, you're saying, and see if you're rejected.
You know what's funny about this is in the premise of why the relationship won't work out, and what is she's like, oh, I don't want to ruin the friendship, but also she's moving out of the country, so we can't be in a long-term relationship. You can't be in a long-term friendship either.
No.
So you might as well figure out if there's anything there. Maybe you'll move to Mallorca with her.
People that are going through traumatic stuff in their own life are far more interesting sexual partners than they are friends to rely on. Ultimately, I'm sure she's not going to be what you need as a friend, but there might be something electric physically.
Yeah,
so,
you guys need to rip some
Hook up.
butts.
Rip butts.
This
That's
person
what they
is
need.
younger than we. I feel like I have never looked back and been like, friendship that didn't.
Oh, man.
Wish I'd had one more friend. You know, like
yes, yeah. Oh,
there's no regrets about
wish we could have
friends
shot
that you
pool
lost.
together a few more times. That is so real. You never look back on when you're like, I could ruin this friendship, and go, God, how sad it is that friendship didn't make it all the way here. But this could be the love of your life or a really fun time.
Yeah.
All right.
Do it.
Well, Max, you're so funny. I love you. I'm so glad that you get to share your new podcast with everyone. What is this on, the podcast?
It's on anywhere you get it. It's part of SmartList Media. It's called I Need You Guys with me, Gabe Liedman, and Jenny Slate. Just search I Need You Guys.
I don't just love you. I love LA, which also you can watch on HBO Max.
You're always writing on the best show.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. I love you guys so much. This was so fun. I could have done this for 5 hours.
Okay,
Actually,
great.
if you're interested.
I'll change my outfit.
All right. Max Silvestri, where can they find you at Max Silvestri?
Yeah, Max Silvestri,
anywhere else?
Instagram, et cetera.
Go see him.
Yeah.
Go watch everything he does. Listen to this new podcast. We love you too. Thanks for coming.